Okay, so after that last video that I made talking about the board game, I wanted to go over my card progression. Here is kind of how it went. It's crazy to look back and see how far I've come. So the first copy of the Orc card was this. When we started the game, it was me and a friend. Somewhere there's a picture of, I think I looked up like a medieval board game and I got like backgammon. And it had these like stars on it of different colors. And I was like, well, that's pretty cool. Maybe we do like Pokemon has types and things like that. So I was like, maybe we make our board game like that. So we started messing with that concept of maybe the colors mattered somehow. We knew we wanted an orc. We didn't know that he was gonna have a name or anything. We just figured 10 characters. We're gonna hit the most generic like fantasy we could. So orc was one of them. We knew that there needed to be attack, HP, and health. Which is crazy. I don't even understand what we were doing here. Eventually, as you can see, it turned into speed. And speed is very important to the game. It's how combat works and you move, so I don't understand what we're doing here. But it's funny to look at. This has never changed, this ability. The samurai has changed a lot. Like his abilities got tweaked minus the first one. Like the second ability has gone through like 5 different variants because we realized it's just too broken. I don't even remember what the original was. Somewhere I have all these cards printed out on paper, like the originals. I went with this like parchment paper look where the art would go. I made it look like Magic the Gathering like style card. And I was looking at it, I was like, this is just too plain. This is too boring. So eventually I got to this concept of like this rounded, like thicker to thinner lines. I came up with this like big chunky like art area, and then I put like this bar at the bottom and I was like, I like that. And then I put a background thing behind it, like this symbol that I thought we could use for the board game. And then I decided to like make the ability name like a red. It's really hard to see, and then whatever. And I put like a drop shadow, which was a horrible idea if we're being honest. Then this is early art for the board game. And then I decided since it's a labyrinth, it should be like stone. So we went with like a gray. I went from dark to light, which is a horrible idea. It made the card top heavy. So darker colors should always be on like the bottom, and then lighter, I think personally. And then lighter at the top. As you can see on the right, it fits that where it gives like bottom heavy card. Plus there's more open space down here, so it looks nicer. So I took like a PNG offline of like stone. And this was at the time we were trying to save money while working on art. So I was like, yeah, we'll just do stagnant characters on like a stone background. Like whatever, we'll just get the game out there. And the more I did it, the more I was like not happy with it. And I was like, why am I not just going all out for my art, making it like the way I want? So I was wrestling with this for like a good couple months, and all the work was getting done and I felt really bad. And I was like, I talked myself out of just like stopping it and starting the other art. But basically we went from here. So I thought this brown, because I liked the way the brown now worked with this gray color-wise, and I liked how it looked with the orc, which was a problem because not all the characters had this brown. So the rest of the characters didn't really work with the brown, I realized. So it needed to be a more neutral. You could see the red, the green, and the blue were very bright colors too, for like that. I changed the coloring down here to yellow, and then white letters, which is way more readable. And then I got the iconic crack marks in the back that I put in the cards. So the backgrounds have something cool. Then we went down to here, and this is another variant of the artwork when I started to say I wanted like full art. I took this and I said this should be the bosses. So they stand out because at the time the bosses and the characters all look the exact same, minus the fact that the boss cards are red. So I kept the bosses with the vertical stats or horizontal stats, I guess, here. And then I made the characters like this. And when I came up with this design, I knew I had something amazing. You've got the character name. You've got its race, which is now very pivotal in the game. Because at the time it was like Viking, orc, samurai. And like we were just hitting the fantasy genre stuff. But now I decided to spread it out into their race of characters. So there's like everything now. There's humans, elf, dwarf, orc. And that's important for lore and stuff like that. And as you can see, the colors of the boots and stuff changed. So we got a color palette that we decided to go with. That's like a dark fantasy-esque. So this is like the blue we use. This is the green. This is like the red. And I don't even know if you can tell, but the top where the orc is and the letters and everything aren't white. It's a cream color. Then as you come to here, I wound up switching to AI art to get a better idea of what I wanted. And that's where the next cards came in. This is like grasping more of what I want. And then at some point in time, I don't know what happened, but I wasn't happy with the green anymore. I went from brown to green. I thought it was good. So I was like, let me try it again because I got a new color palette. I found this dark gray I really like. It's like an ash gray. It fits every card so well. Doesn't matter what the art on it is. They look like they fit. And we're still waiting for the finalized version of the art for like you've seen in the last video, or maybe you haven't, but we only have one official card done. And she's the elf. And as you can see, like, I just think the gray looks so good on like all the cards. So this is like the inspiration for all the characters. One day we'll go back and look at them all and how they've changed with the official arts. I guess let me know down below what you guys think. I want to make the border thicker because it looks like an actual card now. And then we got the little bomb spot for like the art, crediting the artist, crediting my company and the year and things like that. The only thing I'm contemplating is, you guys can kind of give your opinion, but putting first edition on the cards and giving like an edition. I'm trying my best to make this board game everything I love about collecting and gaming. And one of those things is first edition cards and getting on things like early and being like a fan of stuff early. So let me know down below what you guys think about first editions. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the progression of this board game. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little how we got here. And see you guys again soon. Bye.